Welcome to the Online Reseller's Guide, Listing. If you are selling items online with platforms such as Poshmark, eBay, or Mercari, we're here to help. You may have asked, how do I list an item for sale? In this video, we'll explain how to determine your sales price for an item, how to create a title, and how to complete a listing step by step. Let's begin with the most important strategy every reseller should know. Checking online for current sold items provides valuable information that will help you set your sales price. You can use the tag info from your item, keywords, or the Google Image app to find out how much your specific item has sold for previously. Please keep in mind that the condition of your item will also influence the price. You'll need to inspect it carefully for any damage or flaws. Many selling platforms allow you to search their site for recently sold items. On the left side of your screen, there are search categories provided. You should select the item categories that best match the item you want to sell. Let's say you want to see how much a women's blue Nike t-shirt is worth. You would select women's clothing, then tops, and the color blue. As you scroll further down, you will see options for condition and the status of a listing. Click the Pre-Owned and Sold buttons to see current sales. Here are a few examples of recently sold shirts on eBay. If you see many sold, it is important to look at the details. A sold item with a line through the listing price means the seller accepted a lower offer. Unfortunately, we won't know how much the buyer actually paid. You should also pay attention to shipping charges. In the second example, the shirt sold for $14 plus $5.50 shipping. The third example sold for $15 but included free shipping. This means the seller paid shipping and made a lower profit. Sometimes you will see an item that sold for a very low price. The item was placed in an auction, but no one was interested. The buyer made a low bid because the seller did not enter a starting price. Low price auction sales are not the best indicator for the value of your item. The most useful comps would be the sales with shipping charged separately. On occasion, you might find an item missing tags or markings. You could also have trouble coming up with keywords to describe it. In this type of situation, Google Lens can be helpful. On your phone, the search engine bar may have Google Lens. If you don't have this feature, you can download another image recognition app to help you search. You can simply take a picture of the item and the app will search online for similar images. It may show you eBay, Poshmark, or Mercari listings. It can provide keywords and basic information to help you search even more. Before you decide on the price point to list your item, you should also check the condition. Faint stains or marks should be noted in the listing and will likely require you to adjust the price. An item with flaws should be priced lower than a new item. Now that you know how to price an item, let's move on to creating a title for your listing. You can use the tag or label info on your item. There are also keyword charts for certain types of items. Keywords are common words used to describe a product. Buyers will use these words to find what they are looking for online. The more keywords you can accurately give the title, the more likely a buyer will find it. Tags and labels can give you the brand, size, material, year of manufacture, the ID number, and the location of production. For clothing, there are several keyword categories. Demographic tells the buyer if the item is for men, women, or children. Clothing type includes descriptions such as t-shirt, pants, jeans, hoodie, sweater, and so on. It could also describe the color, sleeve length, print, neckline, theme, or style. Keep in mind there is an 80-character limit for titles, so you have to decide which words are most important. Here is an example of keywords for a top. For almost any category, you can find keyword charts online to help you describe your item. There are many different shapes and styles out there, so it will take some time to learn about your inventory. Resellers tend to write titles in a certain order. Titles for clothing usually start with the brand, type, demographic, and size. These 4 keywords are searched the most often. The title can continue with more specific details such as color, style, material, and sleeve length. In this example of a current sold listing, the seller's title follows this pattern. If you find this video useful, please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Which reseller tasks would you like us to discuss in future videos? For resellers listing a variety of hard items, titles may vary. Books can start with the title, cover type, author, and condition. Video games will start with the title, format, year, game system, and then the condition. Glassware and ceramics usually start with the company, style, type, color, size, and then the condition. In this example, you'll notice the title starts with the word vintage. This simply means old, but in general, items that are over 20 years old are considered vintage. Many listings for vintage items will start with this keyword to help the buyer find the item. Titles for toys can start with the company or animal/character. The title should mention toy type, color, size, and year. Your next task is to complete a listing. Log on to your seller account and we will cover all the steps. On Poshmark, you simply click at the top right of the screen, Sell on Poshmark, and a new listing will open up for you. Mercari has a similar button in the center of the menu. You can always create a listing by clicking on the My eBay tab and selecting the seller option. This will take you to the Seller Hub. Under the Listings tab, you can select Create Listing. eBay helps the seller save time listing by providing 3 ways to start. If you have drafts or templates of similar items you've listed before, you can simply choose one. The listing will be pre-filled with the same information as the original. Another option is to enter part of your title in the search bar to find a similar listing online. eBay will find a match and create a pre-filled listing from the one you chose. The Sell Similar feature can also be found as a button under the main picture of any current or sold eBay listing. Regardless of which site you create a listing on, they all require the same basic information. You will need to complete a title, item category, and the condition. Each site has the same type of description section for you to mention any issues with the item. A custom label ID is an optional feature if you have several items and you need to have a numbered inventory system. eBay and Mercari let you upload a maximum of 12 pictures, while Poshmark allows up to 17. You could also upload a short video to show any item functions. Choose a main photo that displays your product clearly. All 3 platforms will ask you to complete the item description. This includes the brand, size, type, color, and department. Resellers on eBay may have noticed the recommended section for their listings. According to eBay, the more information you fill in, the easier it is for a buyer to find your item. This section is completely optional, so don't get overwhelmed. Not all details will make sense, and others can be vague enough that you use them for many listings. Try not to spend too much time on this section if it slows you down. Each selling platform includes an item description area for you to give more information. You can mention the condition, the title, measurements, and any defects. Buyers want to know if there are any odors, pet hair, faded fabric, chips, dents, tears, or holes. Omitting these kinds of defects can get you negative feedback from a buyer. Here's an example of a description. This section can be as simple as a few words or as long as a paragraph. You decide. Some resellers mention their shipping and return policy too. The next step is to enter the price you wish to set for your item. Buyers have the ability to make an offer lower than your set price. eBay has a button that lets you turn this feature off. Poshmark and Mercari sellers will have to see offers, but you can always decline them. If you have many identical items, these platforms allow you to sell them as one listing that doesn't end until you are sold out. You can list up to 250 items on eBay for free. If you list more than this, you will have to pay an insertion fee of 35 cents per item per month. Sellers who plan on listing more than they have sold should consider signing up for an eBay store. You can pay monthly or yearly and will be allowed a set number of listings. There are multiple tiers for store size, so you'll be able to save on listing fees. When you click the Edit All Options button, you can change the settings for your listings. You can create an online auction with a starting price for bids and a buy it now price if a buyer doesn't want to wait. Auctions can be as long as 1 to 10 days. If you choose to use the auction feature, please be aware that eBay will charge you even if the item doesn't sell. If you set a minimum price that must be met for your item to sell, eBay will charge $5 or 7.5% of the reserve price. For eBay and Mercari, you will need shipping supplies ahead of time to figure out your package size and weight. A digital scale will help you determine shipping costs. Handling time is important to the buyer. This lets them know how long it will take you to mail their item. Delivery could take 2 to 5 days, so time will add up if you don't ship quickly. Sellers who don't honor their handling time could also receive negative feedback from customers or a defect on their eBay seller record. Mercari and eBay let you offer free shipping and choose your shipping service. Poshmark always charges the buyer $7 to ship USPS Priority Mail. Please watch our video on shipping to learn more. International shipping is optional and should not be attempted until you have learned more about the rules and fees. You will receive immediate payment for buy it now listings. Auctions and offers allow the buyer to pay up to 4 days later. eBay will manage your payments and refunds. Poshmark and Mercari are in charge of your returns. They require the buyer to follow several steps and provide a valid reason. eBay lets the seller set up their return policy and is more of a mediator when there are disputes. We recommend a 30-day return policy and have the buyer pay return shipping. Stores that don't accept any returns may scare off customers, but having them pay return shipping reduces the number of returns for minor issues. Returns can be stressful, but they are part of every retail business. You will also have to provide your town, state, and zip code for shipping calculations. If you've made it this far, congratulations! You are ready to list! We also have how-to videos on getting started, sourcing, photographing, and shipping. As always, we hope this information was useful to you. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting us know which item categories you would like to see in future videos. Thank you for watching!